Hey, it's Dom,
And Amber.
and you're watching the Here Comes Trouble podcast.
Hi, I'm Amber.
And I'm Dominique.
And this is the Here Comes Trouble podcast. We've had this idea for a while.
For so long.
And I think I've had one individually.
I've never done anything like this.
And it's a lot less fun when you're by yourself. Because you're literally talking to a camera and low-key to yourself.
Yeah.
And
now we can banter.
I know.
can
And we're so good at that.
Our whole friendship has been leading to doing something like this.
100%. No, truly. And Here Comes Trouble podcast, for those of you that are curious, that don't know, is quite literally going to be a podcast where we talk about and say the things that majority of people are scared to say out loud.
Yeah.
Or just topics that are, like, difficult.
Yeah. We've never been afraid to approach topics that I think make other people really uncomfortable. Or, like, other people are like, oh my God, stop. We've always just kind of been super open people.
Yeah.
And we've always been able to have these conversations.
No, yeah. I think even from the first time we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've always been like this. Like, from the jump.
And we met a long time ago. So
We've been like
having
a decade.
Yeah. So we've been having these conversations for a long time.
Through a lot of stuff. Like, we've lived a lot of life through our friendship.
Yeah.
So we've experienced a lot of things, had a lot of conversations.
Mhm.
We've had some hard conversations.
Mm-hmm. Even with each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our friendship is not without its trials and tribulations,
No,
but
as is nothing.
correct. But it always makes us better people.
Exactly. And I feel like we're not experts or anything. Although I do think that we're gonna have episodes or moments where we get to, like, learn a new thing and then share it with you.
I would love that.
So we're not claiming to be experts on anything.
No.
We're not claiming that our opinions matter more than anybody else's. I really want to, like, make that very clear.
I don't know anything about anything.
Right.
I know what I know, and that's
about
me.
it. Exactly. So that's just what this space is going to be for, is us articulating our opinions and our thoughts and our experiences. And if you relate to them, cool. And if you learn something, also
awesome.
Great.
And if not,
you're looking at two hot girls on a screen. You're welcome. So
at the very least, we're entertaining. Like, no matter what, whether you agree with us or not, or you relate to what we're talking about or not, we are entertaining.
Yeah.
So modern day court jester vibes, at least.
No, that's so good.
Yeah.
It's the trauma.
It really is.
Yeah. Modern day court jester. Really just a signal for childhood abuse.
Ooh. I don't know that that's the topic for today, but it will come up a lot.
No, today's topic is, I think, something that everybody's really kind of touched on over the last couple weeks, is, like, the new year. Resolutions and goal setting and what that looks like, and the fact that it is our 30th year this year. And
big year.
That's a big year.
It's a big number.
It's a daunting ass number.
I don't know that either of us thought that we would make it this far.
Oh, I definitely didn't.
Do you want to pause?
No, I can figure this out while we speak.
Do you need help?
I don't know if it's ever going to be fixed.
Okay.
To be honest. So
even better.
This might be one of those things
even
where,
better.
like, it's broken now, and it is what it is.
Brand new and broken.
Oh,
honestly.
No, you know what?
All right.
Amber's not going to touch.
And on that note, setting goals for the new year, for
welcome,
our 30th year.
Yeah, welcome to 30. Yeah, I think it's just, we're trying to talk about what it's been like so far in our 30th year, where we've come from, like, the ways in which we've grown, and also the ways in which we want to continue to grow over the next 6 months at the least.
Yeah.
Because I feel like something that always, as an ADHD girly, 1 year goals,
insane.
No,
as a defeatist
like, no.
girly, a perfectionist girly, like,
yeah, no.
I'm setting goals, I want to achieve them right away, and if I haven't achieved them right away, then they no longer exist. I'm throwing them away. I'm not focusing on them.
And also, I fucking suck.
Correct. And
So
now I
it's like
hate myself because I didn't achieve something that I knew would have taken me at least
a
a year to
year.
achieve.
Right.
No. Um, so we're talking more like 6-month goals. I
Yeah.
kind of set mine as quarterly, and I'll do
Oh,
a
that's
check
good.
in a few months, and then try to stay on the same path, but like then adjust if need be.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I need more chances to hold myself accountable or hit little goals and be like, I did it. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing well.
Exactly. Yeah. And I just think that like I 6-month goal, I have a 3-month checkup. How am I doing
Yes,
with these goals?
exactly.
Do I need to adjust in any way?
Exactly.
Can I handle getting to these goals in the next 6 months?
It's
Yes,
so
no,
much
cool.
easier to think of than like a year from now.
Cuz I'm going to be a completely different person in a year from now. I'm also going to be a completely different person in 6 months.
For anyone that's listening to this that doesn't know us personally, I just had the biggest year of my life.
Yeah, you did.
So much happened.
Yeah.
So much happened. It was the biggest year of growth for me, which I think is why I really want to focus on my goals and take them seriously this upcoming year. Why
Yeah.
30 is so big to me. Like, this is a whole fresh start to my life.
Yeah.
And I never would have predicted a year ago that I would be where I am now. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
No, real.
Yeah.
And I've had the craziest last 2 years of my life. Honestly,
Yeah,
2
dude.
years has been absolutely fucking insane.
So much has happened.
So much has happened. It to the point where I don't even recognize who I
No,
am anymore
I was
in
just
some
thinking
ways.
about this. Like, even in the last 6 months, I don't feel like I'm the same person. So
No.
people that I haven't spoken to since like the summer, I don't even feel like I'm the same person.
I'm just gonna key into that. Every time I hear that you start to disappear, I'm literally just gonna point
I
to
just
the mic.
fidget so much all the time, dude. Anyway.
Yeah, period. Anybody that you talk to
since like the summer.
Okay.
You don't know me anymore. I'm not the same person. I feel so distant from the person that I was.
No, yeah.
Before.
Because you're not. Like, respectfully, knowing you for as long as I've known you, you're not the same person. You'll never be the same person again.
No. But I do think it has been for the best. I'm recognizing a lot of growth within myself, even without having set goals for myself. Just like kind of moving through life. I think I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm in a space where I can now set goals and be like, I can follow through on this. I can structure myself.
Yeah.
I can accomplish things that I want to accomplish.
Yeah. I think for me, the last 2 years have been absolutely insane in a way that I haven't recognized myself in a bad way. That like I've let so many things slip, and guarantee it wasn't necessarily let. I had a lot of stuff going on and a lot of changes being made, and I moved out of my trauma environment. And that is a whole different beast that I don't think enough people actually talk about.
No. That's going to have to be
its own episode. But in the midst of all that and living in the muck of all that, I had a miscarriage. I gained a bunch of weight. I'm figuring out my first relationship ever in my life.
And like, not even just first relationship, but like you guys are getting married.
Yeah, like my first relationship, my first boyfriend is my fiance, who is going to be my husband.
Correct.
Like,
it's
just a lot.
It's big.
And figuring out how to maneuver that as a person that so deeply values their independence.
That's been big for you. That's been
like
hard.
Absolutely fucking insane.
So I think that's something that I've been thinking about a lot and thinking about this podcast and like our different perspectives is like we've been friends for so long, but this past like year specifically, I've spent my entire life up until this past year kind of focusing on everyone else and everything else and living for other people, and every experience I had was built around other people, whereas everything you did up until a year ago was focusing on yourself and your growth and figuring out who you are.
Yep.
And now we're kind of switching roles. Yeah. Which has been a lot of uncomfortable growth. No, for sure. But was super necessary. Yeah. And I'm glad that we have each other in the complete opposite roles and having lived through that with each other.
Because now I feel like we provide each other a certain insight.
Yes.
And like you said, when we were friends in college, I was on my fuck girl shit. Yeah. And on my like, I'm independent. You quite literally can't say anything to me
And for context, I got married 6 months after college. I gave
Yeah.
birth 4 days after walking the stage. Like, I was very much commitment,
Yeah.
monogamy, nonstop monogamous relationships. Right now, in this moment, being single for 8 months is the longest I've ever been single in my life. Like, I have always been
Yeah.
in relationships, super committed, building life with other people.
Yeah.
But now,
And I was single, like quite literally single.
single. No commitment.
Until I was 27, 26?
Yeah.
I think 27, actually. Like,
But
actually.
now, I can be like, so how do I maintain a roster?
Yeah.
How do I...
And I have that intel.
Exactly.
Whereas I'm like, how do I maintain a happy, healthy, sustainable relationship and not feel like I'm losing myself?
Which, like, clearly, I'm not the best at. But I've tried a lot.
But
so
you
I
can
at
tell
least
me the
have
stuff that, like, you don't do.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
It's like my mom always says, I can't always tell you what I do want, but I can tell you what I don't.
Exactly. Which does make it easier. It is good perspective to have and to be able to share.
Right. So I feel like that's really what I'm focusing on this year, genuinely, is coming back home to myself. I've figured out how to be in relationship. I've figured out how to communicate. Do I want to get better at it? Of course. I always want to get better at it. Are there ways that I can still grow with it? Of course, there are ways that I can still grow with it. But now that I'm in a better place with it, in a place where I have a foundation that I can build off of, I'm like, okay, I know myself.
Right.
I can get there. I can do that.
The ship is righted.
Right. Everything is on a path.
Yeah.
But I haven't come home to myself yet.
Yeah.
In a real way.
Which is
I feel like
important.
I've gotten my spark back.
Which is a start.
But I'm trying to, like, be
you.
A nuclear bomb.
Right. As
you know what I mean?
As
like, I'm not trying to be those kitty ass sparklers they do on 4th of July.
No. Not
when I move, I want the world to feel it. You feel me? Because that's how I used to be. Yeah. In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I feel like now I'm going to be the upgraded version of that, because now I also have a different mindset than I did.
You're grown.
Yeah, I'm grown.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's really what my goals relate to for the next 6 months.
I think my goals that I set for the next 6 months are still very focused on myself and becoming more independent. Because, like I said, it's been a lot of survival mode, a lot of, like, just reaching safety, essentially. And now that I'm settled into feeling safe and feeling like, okay, I can do this, I can handle this, it's like, okay, how do I want to do it then? Like, how do I want to take advantage of this time that I have to myself? How do I want to spend this time? How do I want my space to be? What do I want to do with myself?
Yeah.
And that's more what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that that's such a beautiful place to be.
I'm so
knowing you
happy.
in your journey.
No,
you know
honestly.
what I mean?
I'm so genuinely proud of myself and the person that I have turned into at this point.
No, same.
It's
for you.
I will cry about it.
No,
I'm literally cry about it.
No, literally.
It's insane. And you too. Like, I will cry over how proud I am of you.
I don't know, man.
First episode taking a bite out of the mic like it's cheese. Yeah.
Thanks. I think, and oh my god, you know what's crazy?
What?
This last week, so for those of you that don't know, I'm in grad school to be a clinical mental health counselor.
Being friends with me is just training.
Not even. But at this clinical intensive, we were there for the week, and we had an instructor, and every day we showed up to class, there was, I think, 8 of us. And we had to be counselors in the room and clients in the room. And our instructor was like, either you can be yourself and bring something to the room where you stay at a level 5 and maybe get to a level 7 towards the end of the week when we start really digging into stuff, or you can role play. And everybody in the room was like, I can't role play because it's not going to feel authentic, and I'm going to be sitting here having to think about how a person would feel in this situation. I'm just not doing it. So on the last day, the question was like, what are you taking with you from here? And I didn't expect to go here on the last day, but you bringing up how you're proud of me made me think of that. where I was like, I don't think that I have ever allowed myself the actual opportunity to be proud of myself.
Yeah.
And so it makes me so uncomfortable when
Which
other
is
people are like, "Oh, I'm so proud
crazy.
of you. I'm proud of the person you're becoming. I'm proud of the person you are." I'm like,
Which is crazy because, like, again, for
mm,
anyone that doesn't know us personally that might listen to this,
yeah,
Amber is a published author. She has done her own podcasts before. She sings and has recorded songs. Like we said, she's very independent. She's always been independent. She's always been learning more about herself and centering her emotions. And, like, we've all been so proud of her for so long. She's also modeled. You've accomplished so much, and we've all been so proud of you for so long that I'm just glad that you're getting to a place where you are open to the idea of
yeah.
eventually feeling that for yourself
No, yeah.
too.
I think like I like almost started crying in the room because I was like, I feel like I'm gonna be the person that doesn't cry this week, and everybody else had cried, and I hadn't like cried, and the
That's its
girl
own
that
problem.
I know, the girl that was or the person that was my counselor
Mhm.
sat across from me, and they were like, what? They like said something to me where I was like,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
and I like really sat with that for a second, and I started tearing up because I was like, whoa, I can intellectualize pride for myself, but I can't feel it.
Right.
Like I'm like, oh yeah, of course I'm proud of myself. Like I'm alive and I've done these things and
But I think
I can
for you,
acknowledge that.
you have such high expectations of yourself that you're always looking at the next goal.
Oof.
So
Yeah,
you
I
don't
was
have
just about
time
to
to
say that.
sit in being
No.
proud of yourself for reaching a goal
Mhm.
because there's always something else you want
Because
to
in
do.
my head I'm like, yeah, of course that's just what I was supposed to do.
But it's like not.
I know.
I just was supposed to record an entire album's worth of songs. I just was supposed to publish a bunch of books. Like,
Yeah, because I think we're gonna have a whole episode, obviously, where we talk about trauma and all that stuff. But I really
more
genuinely
than one.
think that part of that has been you grind, you do what you need to do and what you can do to get the fuck out of where you're at. And
Yeah.
anything to keep you smart, grounded, sane, and well rounded, you do.
Right.
And so I
And
was
I do
like,
get that.
for a long time, I was like, okay, yeah, of course I wrote a book. I needed to survive. I needed to
Again. So
live.
that's coming back to what I was saying about myself, where, like, this past 8 months especially has just been a lot of, like, survival mode. Like, yeah, I've grown
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah, I've reached a lot of goals. Yeah, I've accomplished a lot, but it has all just been in survival mode.
Mm,
And now I hope
I
we're
want
both getting
2026 to be about
our
thriving.
30th year of life should be where we get to just, like, be in ourselves and be
Yeah.
comfortable with where we're at and allow ourselves to, like, feel joy and
Oof.
pride in ourselves
Oof.
and comfort in
Oof.
ourselves. Foreign concepts.
No,
But
really.
as the podcast develops, I'm hoping that
Yeah.
we see a difference in the way that we
Can speak about things. Or even just like the place that we're speaking from.
yeah.
Because I think you saying that like feeling comfortable and feeling actual pride and feeling actual joy. Sometimes I'll look at back at my Snapchat stories or whatever
Mhm.
from like 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, I was so happy. I was so this, I was so that. But genuinely,
I hated
I
myself.
I loved myself and where I was at, and I really did. But it was such a surface level sort of thing. I I worked on myself a lot at that time, but it was only in specific ways. And
Mm.
now I'm realizing that I can get back to that place in a more holistic way, in a
Mm.
way that I am actually doing things that are sustainable in the long term,
Mm.
that are fully grounded in the person that I am now, the grown
Mm.
person that
Mhm.
I am now, and not just some like caricature of who I thought I should be, or who
Right.
in my head I was like, I want to be that.
Right.
I want to be her. So then I turned myself into that, and I was like, yeah, I'm great. I'm happy. But I still cried myself to sleep at night.
Exactly. Exactly.
I still was looking for validation outside of
And I
myself.
think that was my biggest thing is, like, any self-worth I had in the moments that I look back and I'm like, I was
Yeah.
so happy, I was so healthy, I was thriving. All of my contextualization of who I was as a person and any pride I
Yeah.
could feel was based off of other people's
Mm.
perception of me.
Mhm.
And that's something that I've unlearned in the last 6 months, a year.
Yeah.
That has been so good for me.
And I think mine was based off of like my perception of myself, but I'd lost weight. And so I had this weird thing where I was like, oh, I think I'm hot now. So therefore I can own this body and this space that I'm in.
I just did a whole
And it was
TikTok
like,
series today on how my whole life has just been about how sexually appealing I am to people. I don't know that I've ever actually been liked as a person by the people I'm interested in, because I have only ever really been seen as a sexual object. So being skinny, looking good, doing my makeup, wearing nice clothes, like that was what made me feel good, because I knew it made other people more attracted to me. And up until this past year, that was the only way that I felt value, which has been hard, because like I had the realization I've never been on a date, like a real date that wasn't just about hooking
up with you after.
Yeah, so I've been in friendships or situationships that have then evolved into a relationship. So there's no real like dating just to get to know each other, because we knew each other. And there's also been like, okay, we'll go out to dinner or something, like before we go home and hook up, just so that we like meet each other in real life first. But I have never just been taken on a date just so someone could get to know me. Yeah. Like I've never felt like I was worth getting to know unless someone wanted to sleep with me. Like that was the only thing people wanted out of me.
And it's crazy because, yeah, except I had that on the opposite spectrum, in the sense that I was never attractive enough to people to date, but I was attractive enough to them to fuck me, because they were like, oh, I'm not necessarily interested in your body type, but I really fuck with you. Right. There's your confidence. There's your whatever. There's your this. So it was like, I was well aware that nobody was attracted to my body, or if they were attracted to my body, they had a weird fetish. No, literally. It's so dehumanizing.
I can't.
And then imagine. In the other way, it's like, they're not attracted to my body, but I'm confident and I don't take shit.
And therefore,
I
don't
have
care,
a personality and I
like
don't care. But they wanted to have sex with me because they liked the confidence that I was bringing. They liked the energy that I had. And because I was thick, they construed it or misconstrued it as sexual energy.
Yeah.
Because I was confident and I had fat tits. You know what I mean? So it was like either you really like my personality, but you don't like my body, so you're going to take one you're just going to experiment.
Right.
And then that's all that I am to you.
Yeah. You're going to see if you can get past it.
Right. Or you're attracted to my body and it gives a little fetishy. Or sometimes it doesn't and you're just attracted to my body and then you fuck me. And that's what I am for you.
Correct.
Or in the off chance that they fucked me thinking, oh, I just like her for her personality, it's just like a one and done. Then they got obsessed with me.
And then they fall in love.
Because now you like me for my personality and my poussoir is popping severely. And now all of a sudden you're caught up.
No, yeah. Because that's the thing, because like men fall in love with me so fast that like
it's the
I
manic
ended
pixie
up
dream girl
in
thing.
Relationships without going on dates, without anything like that, because I would just be like, oh, I'm in love now. And now I'm like, I just want casual. I don't want a relationship. I don't want feelings.
Fall in love with me at all ever.
And they're still falling in love with me.
No, yeah. It's the manic pixie dream girl thing.
And I'm like, hey, I just want to be casual. And they're like, we're getting married. And if you don't marry me, I'm going to stalk you for the next 6 months of your life.
No, literally, it's insane. But that's why I think what brings us back full circle maybe is this year is so not that energy.
No, this year is so
not that energy at all.
I am not the person that I was when those things were happening.
No, God, no.
And
also, I think back in the day, maybe this is another trauma thing. I liked that shit.
Ooh.
In a way.
Yeah.
Like, it made me feel powerful. And I think this is my fuck girl shit talking. You were like, I'm in love now. Yay. And I was like, I'm not in love, but yeah. I felt a deep lack of control in every other way, that in this way, I was like, oh, it's my game now. And I wasn't
And
lying. It was.
And it was.
And here's the thing. I wasn't lying to people.
No.
I was very, very open and honest and upfront about what my game is.
Correct. Which is what she taught me how to do.
Correct.
That's how I run my shit now.
I just was attracting the kind of guys that like to play. They like to play, and they like them a little crazy. And I was willing to do that because I was like, yeah, I have an outlet.
This is my world,
yes,
bitch.
I have an outlet for my crazy, and I like it. And now I spent the past couple years, well, I guess I'm more than that. I would say like 3 or 4 years really working on that part of myself. And then the past couple years working on being in a relationship and actually giving a fuck about someone else's feelings that I'm dating. Because I've always cared about my friends' feelings. But with guys that I was dating, I was always like, who the fuck do you think you are? You think you can have an opinion on what I wear, what I say, what I do, who I go out with?
Wrong.
You actually thought. It's actually embarrassing that you thought that.
Because who do you think you are?
Because who the fuck do you think you are? I don't even let my mama tell me what to do. You think you don't tell me what to do? I give my mama the truth in a real way that sometimes can come off like, because I'm very open and honest with both of my parents, with my grandparents, with everybody. Like, I have very strong boundaries, standards, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, who do you think you are?
That also took me a very long time.
Who do you think you are? And now that I got into this relationship, it's like, oh, you're my fiance. You're my boyfriend. I have to communicate this in a way that's really appropriate, and that is right. That's beneficial to you and me, to getting my needs met and also meeting your needs. And I've worked on that. I think that we're in a really good place with that. But I think in the midst of all of it, I went from this crazy fuckboy that truly locked my feelings down so deeply that I was just either fucking to feel or fucking to hurt myself.
Oof.
Oof. And then went from that worked on myself, was celibate for a couple years, like literally I think over 700 days, and then worked on myself very deeply in that time, then became a girlfriend and had to like figure out how to be partnered and not this crazy girl. And now that I figured out how to be partnered, I'm 30 and I'm looking around and I'm like, what pieces do I pick up?
Right.
Because I don't want to be that anymore.
No,
even though she felt really good to me in a way that is like scary.
You can honor her.
I can honor her
without being her.
She felt really good to me in a way that was not good. And then being coupled felt good to me in a different way, but also really bad.
Because you're losing your independence.
Yeah. And now I'm looking around at all of these pieces that I've dropped, every single one of them, and being like, okay, what the fuck do I pick up here?
But it's also kind of a good place to be, because instead of trying to pick it all up, you've now grown enough to be like, all right, how do I balance? What do I pick up? Instead of trying to be it all of the time in every way.
Yeah.
It's a clean slate. It's a fresh start.
And I feel like
us back to the fucking year,
we're both really starting with fresh starts.
Yeah,
like
actually, our 30th year is revolutionary.
It's like a reset.
It's a renaissance in our lives.
No, oh my god. Yes.
But actually,
no, really, like we really both have fresh starts.
Yeah.
And I ended up in the hospital right before the new year, and ended up having to get an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. So they cleared my whole body out.
A cleanse.
I'm really starting the year fresh in a very specific way.
Physically,
and mentally, and emotionally. I'm fresh as hell.
I didn't do all that, but I still feel renewed.
Okay, period. I don't recommend that, to be honest. No. It was a horrible, awful, traumatizing experience, but I am fresh.
Yes. We were supposed to record the first episode of the podcast the day that she ended up in the hospital. And I also was sick, so I couldn't even come visit her. Yeah. Because 2 days before that, came down with a fever.
Yeah.
And the ER is not the place to be bringing
So see, I got sick and you got sick.
Yeah.
We are both fresh.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
We are starting fresh in a lot of ways.
Cleared out gastrointestinally,
and you got
just like
cleared out sinus waves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My brain chakra and your central chakra.
Everything in this area cleared the fuck out.
Yeah, but that's the universe's way of setting us up right.
No, really.
I choose to believe.
I'm actively choosing to
And I
believe
think
that.
that's a big part of us is like we specifically just choose for life to be magical.
No, yeah.
There's a sign in everything.
No, the whimsy is forever.
And that's what I'm holding on to this year. The biggest goal of the year is just to make life more whimsical.
Yeah.
All around. I'm changing my job.
Mm-hmm.
I am changing my travel goals.
Mm-hmm.
I am changing my perspective on relationships and life and being more whimsical.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
I want to be more of like a witchy bad bitch.
And I love that.
And like also whimsical. And I think it all kind of relates into the same. It all overlaps. That's my biggest goal is to just feel good as fuck.
Yeah.
In every decision I make, in every space I enter, in every project I put out, I want to sit there and be like, yeah, that feels really fucking good.
Yeah. I'm so burnt out on life and everything happening in the world that if I don't go out of my way to find more ways to be happy and experience joys in like even the smallest or stupidest ways, I'm gonna lose it. So that's what I'm doing.
Because I can guarantee we're also gonna be doing like boots on the ground shit for the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the midst of all that,
we need to find joy.
I need to, or else I will literally like you know what I mean?
That was joy is an act of resistance.
Yeah.
And I'm holding on
and I
to
think
that.
Especially, no offense, I think especially for black and brown folks.
Yes.
And I think that it's necessary more than ever for our joy to be resistance at this point.
Yes. So focus on still excelling in life and not letting them take joy and art and love and whimsy away from me. Because that's what they want.
That's what they want.
That's
and
what
it's
they
not
want.
happening. It's not happening. I was literally put on this planet to be an artsy, magical, whimsy bitch. And you will have to pull that identity from my cold fucking dead hands.
Let's not say that.
Well, I'm just saying.
They will.
But that's what it would take.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love that to not happen. You know what I'm saying?
But alas,
like,
if it came to
if it came to that, that's what it would take. Because I'm not.
Correct.
You're not breaking me down, ho.
Amber and I spent the summer frolicking in fields and having picnics. Like, we will go for a stroll in a flowery meadow. And that is rejuvenating for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I will hold on to things like that.
Yeah.
Forever. And that is what I'm prioritizing this year.
Yeah. I want 30 and also just like the year of 20. I've been hearing so many people be like, 2026 is the year 2016 returns.
Oh.
And I'm like, if that's the case, I'm about to have the best fucking year of my ever-loving life. Because in 2016, I was in Korea. I was living my best life. I was doing my independent girl shit. I was doing my health shit. If I can make 30...
Wait, you know what? 2016 was the first year I dyed my hair green.
Dude, if I can make 30...
And that was my peak. I was doing
like
my special
2016?
Yeah. Okay. I'll cling to that. I'll bring that back. I'm good with that. Yeah.
If I can make 30 like 20, but just the grown version,
where I actually know how to do it
prefrontal cortex.
Yeah, I have the context required
version.
Yeah, that's what I'm holding on to.
That's what I'm saying. So like if I can make 2026 like 2016 and I can make my 30th year a really good fucking start to my decade, because by the time I'm 40, I'm gonna have so much. I'm gonna be doing so many things.
I can't even fathom, if I'm honest.
It's going to be absolutely fucking insane, the person that I am at 40. Genuinely.
I think this is the first time in my life that I am genuinely excited to find out the person I am.
No, literally.
In 5 years and in 10 years.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the time I was like, who knows?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, building a life that I want to live.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think I'm making a lot of big choices lately. And starting a lot of projects and really just throwing myself into a lot of things that could be risky, may or may not pay off. But I'm not getting younger, and I want life to be bigger.
Oof.
And to continue to build a life that I want to live, I gotta make some hard choices. I gotta believe in myself. I just gotta do it. Just gotta do the damn thing.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things.
This is one of those things. Yeah. And I just feel like like I said, if I can make this year a really good fucking start, then I know that next year I just have to build on that.
Just keep the momentum. Yeah.
I think that brings us to maybe like us discussing our goals.
Yeah, like individually.
Individually.
Goals.
Yeah. Because I have several goals for this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And we will discuss those literally
all will be revealed.
But individually, we chose to come today with 3 goals for the next 6 months. We will do an episode at 3 months
and check in,
where we check in, we update, we talk about, hey, how are these goals looking?
How are they serving us?
How are they serving you? Do you feel like these are actionable, accomplishable? Are you pivoting? In what ways are you pivoting? So I think in 3 months we'll update, and then in 6 months we'll talk about how it all went. But yeah, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
So we do one.
Period.
Okay. So the first goal that I have, which in talking about making life bigger and making big choices, I want to renew my passport, because this year I travel a lot for work right now, but I really want to travel more for leisure. And I want to travel internationally again, because there's just so much culture and learning and experiences out there that are really just passing me by as time goes on, and I just want to take advantage of those while I can.
Yeah.
So that's 1, renew my passport.
Okay. 1 for me is to participate in a lot more somatic processing. So for those of you that don't know what somatic processing is, it has been said that a lot of trauma lives in the body, and you need to process within your body and move your body, dancing, singing, breathing, breath work, meditation, yoga, Pilates, all of that stuff can aid in somatic processing. And a lot of it is really dancing. And I want to be able to calm my nervous system in a way that I haven't been able to before. And I think it's because I'm not using my body enough.
Yeah.
And trying to do it all in here or all in here does not work for me.
Right.
Because it's stuck in all these places.
Get it out.
And I honestly think that's part of what it landed me in the hospital.
Yeah.
And so if I can attempt to do more somatic processing, because I've been going to therapy for years. I've been doing so much mental and emotional processing my whole life, and I still don't feel well. I'm still chronically ill. I still have these issues that I'm facing and in doctors' offices that they're looking at me and they're like, I don't exactly know what's wrong with you. And it's probably because it's in here.
Right.
And I just need to find ways to get the shit out.
Yeah.
So my biggest one is somatic processing. And in that, like, getting healthy and going to doctors and having conversations and talking to therapists and having conversations and really trying to figure out where the root of all of these things are coming from. And if my trauma has given me an autoimmune disorder, getting on a fucking medication to help that, and then being able to dance and move and do all that stuff in a way that actually feels better to me because now I'm on a medication.
Autoimmune issues from trauma, gang. Because, wow. That's not talked about enough. That's going to be something that's going to be a whole episode. Another episode.
No, that's going to be a huge episode because I really need to talk about it.
There's a lot to say for both of us.
Yeah.
Goal 2. I want to get back to the gym. I want to get back into a routine. And I don't want to overwhelm myself by setting too high of a goal. So I want to just set the goal of going at least twice a week. And if I go more than that, great. But again, I travel for work. I'm in and out of the state. I have 2 kids. Like, there's not a lot of time to go around. Yeah. So if I set the goal of at least 2 times a week, I know I can hit that.
Yeah.
And anything more would be just the cherry on top. But at least I can check in with myself and be like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing the bare minimum basics of what I am telling myself I need to do.
Period. And I'll go the same.
Yeah.
My goal is to be back in the gym this year because 4 years ago, I think it was 4 years ago, I fell in love with the gym as my therapy. Because being an ADHD girly and also having been diagnosed with autism this year and, you know, being in discussions with my therapist right now about OCD and all that stuff, my brain does not quiet.
Yeah.
And the only place that I have realized that it does is at the gym when I'm lifting weights and when I'm on the treadmill.
Love that.
And so I am not great about meditation. Just sitting and doing meditation, I can't. It's really difficult for me. But I do use the gym as my meditation.
Hey, whatever works.
And I haven't, like, committed to going to the gym as much because I've been in grad school and I've been working and I've been trying to work on my relationship and trying to work on myself and doing all this shit. But I think I had this realization the other day where I could be actively making decisions that make me feel the best. Not just like, oh yeah, these are things that are required of me as an adult that I have to get done. But in the midst of that, I can say, oh, I'm going to take an hour for myself.
Yeah.
And go do something that's going to be really great for me mentally.
Yeah. Love that.
So my goal is actually to go to the gym 3 times a week.
Love that.
I want to go to the actual gym twice a week and do weightlifting and the treadmill. And then I have a home gym. And I just got like a Pilates mat and I just got all this stuff. So I want to have 1 day a week. And I have started beginner Pilates stuff like on YouTube and things like that. I want to do that actively once a week in the mornings. And then I also have free weights. So I want to like lift and do all that stuff afterwards. So I want to do the gym beginning of the week, Pilates on Fridays. And like have that be the morning routine that I wake up with.
Routine is good.
Because I have therapy on Friday. So if I either get up like really early in the morning, I wake with the sun, I do Pilates, and I can come to therapy in a really centered place, I would love that.
Or if after therapy,
I was just about to say, or after therapy, I wake up, I do what I need to do with therapy, I talk about whatever I need to talk about, and then I go to Pilates and I just like do my thing.
Yeah.
I think that could also feel really good.
Yeah.
So that's my goal for that.
So we'll check in at 3 months and see which one is working better for you.
Exactly.
Oh, love this. Okay. Third goal. I want to read 2 books a month. I read so fast. Like, borderline embarrassingly fast.
Dude, same.
Where, like, buying physical books.
Not realistic.
It's kept me at a standstill with reading because, like, I'll buy 3 or 4 books and, like, I'm fucking poor. Buying books is a luxury. I can't buy that many at a time. And that'll get me through, like, a week, honestly. And then it's like, well, I can't afford more books, so I guess I'm done reading for the next 6 months. But I got a Kindle for Christmas. One of my friends bought one for me. I'm very spoiled, very lucky. But now with a Kindle and a Kindle Unlimited subscription, I have already gone through 5 books this month.
Yep.
But the goal, like I said, setting smaller goals so that it feels a little bit more achievable, so I at least have a baseline. I want to read at least 2 books a month.
Okay, period.
So even if if the excitement of having the new Kindle dies down, and
You're
I'm
still
not
committing
reading so
to
much,
2 books.
it's still, I'll still have that baseline of getting through 2 books a month, which should be easy for me.
Okay, no, period.
Yeah.
I think along the same veins, my third goal is to read more nonfiction books. Because I read a lot. My fiance got me a Kindle last year for Christmas. So I think this year I read 145 books. This last year, I read 145 books. Like, I go through them.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to get like
napkins,
that.
Like, you know what I mean? But I've realized that outside of school, I don't read any nonfiction or self-help or educational content. because I think I get so burnt out by school that I'm like, if I
I'm
see
not picking up
another
another one.
nonfiction book, I'm gonna fucking scream.
And that's
But
so valid.
but I miss being informed about things.
You
Like, that
are
is
a
just
very
who.
intelligent person, and I
Thank
think
you.
it feeds your soul
In a
to
real
learn.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
About everything. Like, I want to read a book
Anything.
about John F. Kennedy or the Titanic or whatever. Like, I'm gonna read about niche ass shit, but I also want to read a lot more self-help. Or a
I
lot
love
more, like,
that.
I just got this book from the library that I didn't even know we had. I work at the library. I didn't even know it was there, and I was just checking books in, and I saw it, and I saw a black woman on the back who was the author, and I immediately was like, check, and then I turned it
Period.
over, and it was about how she was working with children that have a high ACE score, and she was noticing that a lot of the same physical medical issues were coming up with these kids and their families.
Oh.
And then they did several studies about how these kids develop diabetes, cancers,
Oh, wow.
issues medically because they have severe childhood trauma, and how that can turn into a lifelong disease, a lifelong medical history, that if you're aware of these things and you have the language and you have the practices, you can change the trajectory
Yeah.
and not end up having to live with lifelong
Right.
illness. And I think just where I'm at right now, and having been to the hospital for a lot of these things, I was like, ooh, yeah,
Hitting
I'm going to have
hard.
to read that.
And I feel like that's a good starting point for you, because
Yeah.
that also ties in your other two goals, because like
Yeah.
going to the gym is bringing you back to the somatic processing.
Yep, somatic processing. Yep.
Where like if you do therapy and then you use that, that is
Mhm.
the same process that you
Yeah.
say you want to do more of.
Yeah, I think
And you're learning more
really
about it in the process. Look at that.
all of my goals this year are about me stepping away from what you said earlier, survival mode, and the ways in which I've had to operate to get me away from my trauma
Yeah.
that has not actually addressed that trauma, just progress me forward.
Oof.
Like, I can move forward with the best of them. But can I
Yeah.
move back and actually put those things
Can
in
you
boxes?
sit in it?
Yeah. Can I actually sit with it enough to tuck it away in a way that means I've taken it all out, I've looked at it, I've
Mhm.
taken inventory of it, I've felt through it, and then I can put it back in and put it in a box labeled like done.
Checklist.
Yeah. Can I actually check this off my list in a real meaningful way? I had this conversation with one of my best friends, one of our friends, Michelle, earlier,
Love her.
where I was like, I have outgrown all the ways in which younger me needed to move through the world. Because younger me needed a certain armor. Younger me
Yeah.
needed
Oh, for
to
sure.
deal with a certain amount of trauma, because I couldn't handle at the time going through all of it. It would have broken me.
Yeah.
In a really real way.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing, okay, so I've learned all those skills. And those skills got me here. And they progressed me really far forward. And I'm
Yeah.
so grateful for the me that did that. But
However,
now I have all these lofty goals and these things I want to do and these things I want to be successful at. And these things that I've learned and these things that I'm doing can't get me there.
Right. You gotta.
They were never meant to get me
reset,
there.
you gotta
They were meant to get me
rebuild.
here.
Yes.
And then the me that is sitting here was meant to rebuild
Yes.
and reset
Yes.
so that I can get there.
I very much feel that.
Yeah.
For even where I'm at in life. Not in the same exact ways,
Yeah.
but definitely the way that I lived life and moved through life got me where I needed to be. And I'm so grateful for where I am right now.
Yep.
Because it's entirely different from anything that I would have anticipated for myself and anything that I've ever worked towards. But it's where I need to be. And now I gotta shift. Now I gotta grow. Now I
have to reassess.
Metamorphosize.
Exactly.
I was saying this to Amber the other day.
Yeah, I was just about to bring
Something
that up.
that's been helping me a lot lately is like when caterpillars turn into butterflies, their entire body dissolves and turns into goo. and I was telling Amber, she was having a hard time the other night, that, like, I just have to keep telling myself, like, this is goo. This is not the outcome. This is not the end result. And I will be okay. And things will be beautiful.
Yeah.
I am at a beautiful point in this journey. I'm exactly where I need to be. I needed to be a caterpillar to become goo. But this is just goo.
Yeah.
And now I got to reassemble myself. I got to rebuild myself into something that I need to be.
My exoskeleton is reforming to become a butterfly.
Correct. And that's going to be so beautiful. And I'm now at the point where, like, I can acknowledge the goo for what it is and be so excited for the butterfly that life is about to be.
And the crazy part is, I think that my entire life has been a series of turning into a caterpillar, becoming goo, and then turning into a butterfly, and then going back into a caterpillar.
And I love that.
Like, I will transform so much that I have to become a caterpillar again, because now I'm at the beginning of a new cycle.
Reincarnation happens all the time.
Oh, yeah. In life.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
Not just through death, but just through life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just at this phase right now where I feel like I'm a caterpillar again. And I'm getting to the goo stages and recognizing that I'll be a butterfly at the end. And then maybe in 3 or 4 years, I'll be a caterpillar again.
Yeah.
And I'll have to go through the goo.
Yeah. But I love that. Because, again, we're anticipating the next few years and looking forward to the growth that's going to happen in the next few years.
And I've maybe this is what makes me insane. I love growth. I love it.
That make you insane?
I don't know, because other people are not as committed to it as I am.
I think that's fair.
I think that it's maybe like my hyperfixation. And like I could address that. I can address that in therapy maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like if I'm not putting myself outside of my comfort zone, if I'm not growing or changing, or even just like learning, like I don't have to be constantly growing.
You, she loves to learn.
I do.
She loves to learn.
Even if I'm not constantly growing or changing, if I'm at least bringing something into awareness.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, my powers, they're growing. Like, if me, like, the ability to be self-aware makes me, like, so, like, I love that shit. Dude, I can't get enough of it. So when I talk to people and they're like,
more like that.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes it's, like, neurotic. But
maybe not
I'm finding
much.
I'm finding my balance.
Yeah.
I think I'm finding my balance of, like, when do I let myself be? When do I let myself do?
And I think that's kind of a nice note to end on.
Yeah.
Of like, this is the year of really knowing, instead of being in survival mode, choosing how we want to move life forward. Yeah, we have our little individual goals, smaller, more attainable goals, but really it's
knowing when I let myself be and knowing when I let myself do.
And I love that.
And I love you!
And I love you!
And we love you!
And we're so excited about this. I mean, this is obviously just the first episode, and it'll probably just be our best friends tuning in for the first few episodes, but honestly, I'm so excited about this, and I'm so proud that this is something that we're actually finally doing.
Me too.
Because this is something that our friendship has built towards our whole existence.
And even if it is just us getting an opportunity to, like, yap with each other.
It gives us scheduled time to hang out with each other, which is another thing we have to face.
Excited and happy and satisfied with that.
I'm so proud of us. No matter what, no matter how many people watch this, listen to this, tune in, like, I'm so deeply proud that this is a choice that we're making and following through on.
Me too. And I think that we've decided weekly episodes. I'll probably put them out on Fridays. Because like I said, I don't work on Fridays, so it makes it easier for me to stick to that schedule for you guys. So we'll probably put them out Fridays at 2:00. If it's a little bit before or a little bit afterwards, I don't want to hear anything. I have ADHD, and I'll do it when I
It'll be on a Friday.
Okay? It'll be on a Friday.
Hopefully.
Period. Hopefully at 2. If not at 2, still Friday. And we're going to have several different episodes about lots of different things, so buckle up and tune in. We named this podcast Here Comes Trouble because you literally never know what's going to come out of our mouths.
And we never know what's coming in our lives.
Oh, yeah, that too. Like, literally. Ever. So, Yeah.
Let us know if there's topics that you want us to yap about. Also, we have this art up on the wall right now. If anyone has art, if our friends could send us some of their art, we would love to feature art from people we know.
I want this
support us supporting you, please.
Like, I would love this whole wall to be filled at some point in the future.
And we'll tag everyone, we'll shout everyone out, but I would love it to be art from
the people that exist in the world right now. Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, this was episode 1. We love you guys, and we can't wait to see you next week.
Happy Friday!